Hello, everyone. So I'm back today, and I'm here to talk about a movie which is called Master Gardener. Yep, that's right. It's called Master Gardener. Now, this is a movie which is interesting. It's an hour 51 minutes. I have a lot of thoughts though. So initially, I was very excited because Joel Egerton and Sigourney Weaver are both in this, and it's a Paul Schrader movie. Paul Schrader, of course, is the guy who or wrote things like First Reformed, and wrote Taxi Driver and a bunch of other stuff. And obviously, Sigourney Weaver is one of the greater actors in Hollywood ever. Alien, Avatar, and Joel Egerton, of course, was in the Great Gatsby and some other stuff. But this looked like an interesting movie, and I've got to say, it it feels Taxi Driver-y, which makes sense because it was created by the guy who created Taxi Driver. But it feels okay. I'm gonna try to say this nicely because I like being nice to people. Basically, it feels like a movie that was Taxi Driver at its best, and at its worst kind of lost the plot a little bit because there are points where I think it got too excited about being a movie about a gardener because it is quite literally a movie, and this camera's tilted. It's weird. Anyways, it's literally a movie about a gardener, and I think when you get too much into like horticulture or whatever, I can't even say that word. You kind of lose the plot with this movie, and I think maybe it's because I'm not a gardening fanatic personally, but I feel like there's certain points where it's kind of like you can't expect us to be super interested in the whole I don't know, gardening part of the movie, and I think that's something which it does that. What it's kind of like? It's kind of like that horror movie thing, where a movie will kind of have this, they'll make you look at this mundane kind of thing and make it all scary, right? It kind of does that. Again, I guess the comparison again goes to Taxi Driver, and how Taxi Driver makes something seemingly mundane, or a concept that's seemingly mundane super cool. But I don't think this does it to that same extent. Now, I think it really does hurt when the talent involved in Taxi Driver is much greater, because obviously with Taxi Driver, where you have Jodie Foster, Robert De Niro, and Martin Scorsese as a director, then you kind of get a different vibe than when you don't have any of those things, right? And I think there were certain characters. I definitely think like Maya, the person who was supposed to be apparently played by Zendaya according to IMDb trivia, um, but is played by that person in Black, who's Cyclone in Black Adam. One of the many characters who Black Adam didn't develop at all. And just thought it was interesting that like those kind of characters felt very underdeveloped, and there's just so much going on. Like, man, I'm so mixed on. Like, I would probably give this movie like a good 5 out of 10, mainly just because, or a 6 out of 10, just because there were moments where I'm just clapping and cheering and like, let's go. This is exactly what I wanted from a movie by the guy who wrote Taxi Driver, right? And then there's moments where I'm like, I don't like gardening or outside or any of that. Please stop showing me plants. So I'm very mixed on this, as you can probably tell, and I kind of delayed making a review for like a bunch of days because I couldn't decide what I wanted to say about it, because it's like there are points where I was clapping, but there were also points where I was like, I don't care. Please stop. So I think the goal here, I think they miss the happy medium kind of thing, and they go all one way, and then all the other way. But at the same time, I would recommend it if you are someone who likes that kind of Taxi Driver-y movie. I would definitely, and First Reform, I think, probably even closer to a better example of what this is than Taxi Driver. But if you are someone who likes like Taxi Driver, likes that kind of like thriller-y thing. I wonder let's see if we figure out what it's classified as on IMDb. It's drama thriller. Yeah, exactly. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so if you're someone who likes that kind of action movie, but not a real action movie, like not like a John Wick, but more in between, then you'll love this. If you want that more John Wick true action, this is not for you. And if you want anything on the other side of that spectrum, nearing comedy, then you won't get that here either. But overall, pretty decent movie. If I'm not mistaken, I'm just going to go to the release just to double check. It does come out on Friday, May 13th in a bunch of theaters, limited release, and it comes out in Hamilton, Saskatoon, London, Edmonton on May 26th, and it probably comes out on DVD and digital at some point. So if you're interested in watching it, you can check it out there. And yeah, that's being said, that's all. Now, I can't end this without saying next week there's a huge announcement coming, so get ready. Anyways, bye. Oh, like, subscribe, comment, share your thoughts, follow us on social media, and see you all next time. Bye.